Hey guys, I hope you are good. Am I working? I'm just going to check. Perfect. If you can let me know if you can see me, hear me, etc., etc. I've had to go live on. I'm just checking on here. I've had to go live on my laptop. Perfect. If you are watching live, if you can let me know that you can see me, hear me, that would be great. I am not used to doing it on my laptop, but it wouldn't let me go live from my phone. So hopefully everything is okay and I am going to crack on. I can't see any comments. Oh, I've got a reaction, I've got a like, I've got a viewer. I don't know how to go in and see all of this. Oh, hang on, here we go. Ah, there we go. I've done it. Yay, go me, go me. Hey, Helen. Hey, Joe. Oh, yeah, this is fabulous. Oh, I quite like this laptop thing. Okay, cool. So, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So you can actually just see there that I've got Lola, my little dog, just sat behind me. Since I moved back up into my office, she literally just sits here in the sun all day. She loves it. So she is joining us today for the live. And before I kick off, like before I came on here, like I started to feel like really, really emotional. And before I even looked, I knew, especially after watching Brooke's live this morning, like I knew that the moon was like in Scorpio, and I even knew to the gate, like where it was, because I could literally feel it in my body. You know, the purpose and the magic that's been created within this event over the last few days, you know, with the speakers coming in, sharing their magic, sharing their wisdom, like really, really laying it all out and giving it from the heart, and just really being here on purpose and being fueled by that desire to really collaborate and share what is on their hearts. And kind of I was reflecting on that before coming on, and if I'm honest, like it really, really made me feel very, very emotional, like because when I had the idea come through for this event, it was just it just kind of dropped in. Like, you know, we've talked about the movie a lot, and you know, I'm same as the other girls, like I love the musical, I love the film, like the books, like, but the inner standing of the thing that's so much bigger behind it, and the collaboration, and you know, people from different walks of life like coming together to share and uplift and to empower and motivate, and you know, that desire for everybody to like rise together, you know, unlimited, together we're unlimited. I'm not going to sing. And one of the things that I've really been looking at as well is, you know, like all the reels that pop up on social media, where it's like this Defying Gravity, every reel is like, you know, Cynthia and Ariana, you know, talking and their relationship and their friendship and how like magical that is. And it's just so powerful. It just feels so powerful. So hopefully I can get through this like without crying. But what I really want to talk to you guys about today is authentic marketing. Now, we have talked a lot over the last 3 or 4 days around, you know, self-expression, using your voice, like being who you are. And I guess I just want to bring all of that in to the marketing equation, because one of the things that I have personally struggled with is not necessarily the self-expression bit. Like, I've always been quite an expressive person. I've always been able to, like, you know, I'm very fiery. You know, universe didn't give me red hair for no reason. Like, I've never really shied away from that conflict as such. And I've never, you know, the self-expression bit, but where my struggles have been in terms of business is 5 years ago, I built very, very easily a 6-figure online network marketing business, right? I literally showed up every day, shared what I wanted to share, and I sold a lot of shit. I recruited a lot of people into my team. I sold a lot of product. Hey, Zoe. I sold a lot of product. Like, I was just very, very natural at it. When I came into the coaching industry and was surrounded by all of these people that were telling me that I needed to do something a certain way, like, you know, you needed to have a sales page, you need to do this, 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 and this, and, you know, this is how you need to talk to your client, you need to talk to their pain points, you need to do this. And it was just like, I got so in my head. And so many times on this journey, I had to pull myself back to what I knew was true, because the honesty of it is, like, I've built many successful online businesses, and I didn't do any of the shit that they told me to do. Where my business stopped, where my business stagnated, was when people were telling me that I had to do this, I had to do this way. Really having that structure and stuff in your marketing. And whilst there's a place for structure, and whilst there's a place for everything in business, we come back to this discernment piece that I spoke about, Sarah spoke about it yesterday, around knowing what is true for you. Now, the truth is, the thing that I felt like I'd struggled with the most, you know, as a coach, as a mentor, is actually like my natural gift. Yeah. And one of the things that I do with people when we work together is to really lean into this authentic marketing piece. Now, there are many components, you know, the self-expression bit, the feeling safe to express yourself, you know, fear of being seen, fear of being heard. They are very, very different things, although you'd say they're part of the same coin. They're very different things. And this vulnerability around, like, sharing who you are at a core level, like, there are so many different nuances to this. And actually that permission slip to market and to share your message in a way that feels aligned to you, yeah, that feels the easiest to you. Like, you do not have to be on every single platform. You really, really don't have to be on every single platform to make money online, to make money in your business. You will, when you are showing up authentically, when you are using strategies that are aligned for you, right? I'll be honest, like, Instagram has never been my platform. Threads is absolutely my platform, because I get to just drop those little truth bombs, those little nuggets. Yeah. My Instagram is purely so that if people come from Threads where they feel me and they connect to my energy and they're like, oh my God, like, yeah, she's fucking onto something there, they can come over and they can connect the dots. They can see me. They can hear me. Like, I have a few lives. I'm up in my stories, right? And it's really finding ways that work for you. Now, so many of my clients, we've really, really honed in on where is the most aligned place for you to build your business based on your energy, based on whether you have a defined or an undefined throat chakra, and really working within the blueprint to find strategies and find the places where you're going to stand out naturally in your energy to build your business, to build your community, right? And it's so different for everybody. Like, not everybody is here to churn out like YouTube content. Not everybody is here to build a massive Facebook community. Not everybody is here to dance on Instagram or share B-roll with just writing. Like we find the ways that are aligned to you. And I think there's this bit around understanding that what is right for somebody else is not necessarily right for you, but there's also that trial and error piece of go do it, give it a go, and if you go nah, that's not for me, then you know, kind of you move and you reevaluate things. But also not spreading your energy too thinly. Like if you're a man, Jen, crack on, like you go everywhere, do whatever. But you know, in terms of energetic investment, it's like what you put out and comes back to you, it needs to be sustainable. Long term is being on every platform, you know, sustainable. Are you using strategies for repurposing? Because that's a whole different conversation, and we've got Rose coming in tomorrow, you know. But are you in the right place where your people are hanging out? Like I see a lot of people who are corporate coaches that are building their build on Instagram and their clients are on LinkedIn, right? So there's that piece, making sure that you are in the places where the people that you are here to serve are kind of at, right? But within that, coming back to the framework and the self-expression and all of the things, is one of the key things with your marketing, and this is why I say it's a natural gift for me, is there's 3 things you need to build to get people to buy from you, right? Because this is not about numbers. This is like contrary to popular belief, right? We're in Sagittarius season. We have to let go of that need for external validation, that counting followers and all of that bullshit, right? Followers feed your ego. They do not feed your kids, right? Write that one down. Followers feed your ego. They do not feed your kids. I know a lot of people with a high follower count that do not convert shit. Like that's the truth, right? Followers do not equal conversion, right? So when you're putting out content and you know, you might have a viral reel, like if it's not in alignment with the person that you're talking to and this ideal client and the person you want to serve, like you've just got 10,000 unaligned people that aren't going to buy shit from you because they're not the people that you intended to speak to. So I feel like there's some of that culture and you really, really need to hone into, because if you go and have a look at my following across my social media, like I completely burnt my Instagram down. My threads, you know, I started at 0 because I started again, and I have 900 people on Facebook, but I have a high conversion rate. Like I could screenshot my beacons and you can see my conversion rate from my emails and stuff, because I'm really good at building that know, like and trust, right? When people know you and they like you, then you're going to get a few people that don't fucking like you, by the way, and they trust you, they will buy from you. And the way you do that is again, like Sarah said yesterday, it's in your being. Yeah, it's how you show up. It's the parts of your life that you share and you show. Like I would never ever, and this is the God's honest truth, like I've never bought anything from anybody that only shows me their business on social media. And you want to know why that is? Because I'm a mum. My values are my family, my people I love, my time, like going to the beach. Like I'm here for business, but business and lifestyle. If people just show me business, they're out of alignment for me, because I'm like, right, who are you? Like, what do you do for fun? What do you do in your spare time? Like, what do you live for other than your business? Because you can get a really good gauge on people by what they show you on social media. So when people show up and they go, oh, by the way, I'm only using my socials for business now, like I'm not sharing any of my family stuff or whatever. Like I've seen people actually announce this, and I'm like, you're kind of missing that. You're missing that mark. Like we have to have this level of intimacy where people like, and don't get me wrong, you don't have to share everything, right? But you do have to show people the well-rounded version of you. Show them, like, this is I'm coming into this marketing bit, but like people have to look at you and be like people message me all the time. They go, oh my God, like your life looks so perfect, right? First of all, my life is not perfect, right? I do share like pictures of me crying and sobbing and going through the dark night of the soul as well. But what they mean is like, I'm showing that ease and flow lifestyle of being at the beach. You know, I'm a mum at table tennis, and I'm like, you know, fucking thank God my kids got a fucking indoor sport, because it's absolutely freezing, right? And I just show people who I am. Like, I wear my heart on my sleeve. I'm very open-hearted. Hey, Karina, I'm very open-hearted. And yeah, I don't share everything, but the difference is like when people come into my world and I haven't seen them, like I've had a lot of times, the last couple of weeks, prime example, especially on Threads, where people have been watching me, and although I haven't seen them, and this is key as well, although I haven't seen them and we haven't had a conversation, because of some of the content that I put out and where I'm talking about business, and then they come over onto Instagram and I'm like with my kids and I'm at the beach, and you know, it's not just all work. People feel like they know me, like even though I've never had a conversation with them, they feel like they know me. Now, one of the things that happens, and this is why I'm passionate about systems as well, like I sell and I market without selling and marketing. Yes, I talk about, you know, my business pillars, you know, human design, abundance and money, and business, and I weave that in. I don't know what this thing is that keeps coming, so hopefully it's not anything important. The thing keeps coming up, right? You know, I weave all of that stuff in, and then the way I have my system set up is if somebody comes and subscribes to my email list, I have a one funnel email capture, right? And when they come in, I introduce myself, I tell people what I'm about, although they already fucking know this, because otherwise they wouldn't be signing up to my email list, would they? And then it goes straight to my base product, where I get to connect with them and start that relationship building process, right? And that is a human design money reading, because my absolute fucking zone of genius, and I don't even need to communicate this right at this point, is when I do a money reading for somebody, I'm connecting to their energy, I'm connecting to their human design chart. Like, I fucking know them. Within 5 minutes, I know that person, I'm connected to them energetically, and I read them like a fucking book, right? They get that, like that relationship is established because they know me from what I've put out on social media. They see me, they know what I'm about, you know, they see me with my kids, they see me with my husband, so they're like, right, she's a mum, you know, she's happily married most of the time. He does piss me off sometimes, but sometimes I put that up in my stories as well. All here for the authenticity. But do you know what I mean? Like, people know me, and as soon as I connect to their chart, I know them. So that relationship bit and that know, like, and trust is so fucking important. Like, it really, really is. But I have the systems set up to support me, that I can express myself, I can share my wisdom, I can connect with people just with the things that I'm talking, and that will filter people through to buy from me. So my point here is just give yourself permission to be, right? Don't think that your mundane life lacks value. You know, attraction marketing, when I first started network marketing, it was all like attraction marketing, and you see these people that like rock up with their handbag and like, oh my God, like, you know, got a new handbag. That is not fucking attraction marketing. You have to go deeper, and you need to ask yourself, like, what life are you actually living, right? Most people live a mundane life. Most people fold the fucking washing. Most people clean the bathroom. Most people have to fucking hoover their house, feed their kids, figure out what to fucking feed everybody for dinner every night, right? Your ideal client, yeah, let's take mine for an example, is a business owner. is a mum. She has to clean the house. She has to walk the dog. She has to feed the kids. She has to do the school run twice a day, right? That stuff, yeah, as well as all the content you put out about your business and what you do and how you can help people and all of the stuff, is what connects you to your client, is what connects you to the person that's like, oh my God, like she has all the same challenges and mundane shit that she has to deal with, and she can build a business. Like, and she doesn't make me feel like I'm not good enough, and she doesn't make me feel like I'm not doing enough, right? She's just a normal person and relating to people. And like, this is the authenticity that we're talking about. Like, your life and you live in it, and your message and how you share it, yeah, is what people will relate to. Now, when I first came into the coaching industry, there were a lot of like younger money coaches and business coaches that I experienced that didn't have kids, that weren't at the point, you know, I'm 40 years of age, like weren't at the point in life where they had the same challenges and, I would say, limitations, but responsibilities. Like, it's very, very different. So connecting and sharing like your why, what drives you, you know, the things that you work through, like, is what people will connect to. So I think the know, like and trust is very much around you opening yourself up and allowing yourself to be seen in your being, in the mundane, in the boring shit in life that you're like, there's no value to that. Like, who wants to see me eating my dinner? Me. I do. Like, if you can inspire me on what you're eating for dinner, I will love you and share your shit forever, because, you know, I'm a mum. Most of the conversations and conflicts we have in this house is like, what are we going to have for dinner, right? You know, people want that. People want Anima Taurus Moon, by the way. So food is my love language. But don't be afraid to share the boring stuff, the mundane stuff, amidst your message, right? People want to see what you're doing. People want to hear you. People want to know what you're up to. People want to be inspired by the way that you live, not even the things that you have, right? Not even the things that you have. The things that people say to me most of the time, I wish I could go to the beach every day. I love how you're always at the beach. I love how you have time to do what you want. Like, I love how you're silly. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you make me laugh, right? Some of that stuff has nothing to do with my business, but it's my energy. Your energy is your marketing. It's not just the words you say. It's the way you go about your life. It's the way you communicate with people. It's the way you allow yourself to be seen in your being, right? I don't always wear makeup. Like, winter, you very rarely see me without a beanie hat on. Yeah, I'm just flowing through life. I'm just being me. And every now and again I'll drop some business content and be like, by the way, like, this is what I'm excited about at the moment. This is what's lighting me up. This is where I feel on purpose. Like, my human design money readings, right, have been my best selling service for the whole of this year. Why? Because I was passionate about them, because they fitted in with my lifestyle. Yeah, I get to do them when the energy is on for me and get them out to people. They lit me up. And every time I talked about the money reading, I just dropped a link. The sales page was literally 4 lines long, but I sold those because people felt my energy, and then people gave me reviews, and I posted those reviews. And every time I posted a review, I was like, book your reading here. Made it really, really fucking simple. There wasn't even a full sales page, right? So you get to do what feels good to you in the moment. You get to lead with your energy. You get to lean into the mundane. Don't think that, like, people just want to be seen and heard, right? You will make people seen and heard in your expression, because they'll go, oh my God, she's like me. when you talk, when you express yourself, even if you've got a random message come through, that message will be for somebody, right? But it's giving yourself that permission, that self-expression, to be authentic, to wear your heart on your sleeve, to be happy when you're happy and sad when you're sad. And, you know, when you're fucking angry and something's enraged you and you're passionate about it, go fucking talk about it. And if you've got something that relates to it, drop a link, right? Whatever it is, it's that permission bit, okay? So many people show up every day and inspire and put out content, but there's no links. Like, you inspire people, but it's like, what's the next step? When people go, oh, I love that. Joe's on the call. I'm just going to use this as an example. Fucking love that, Joe. Drop a link. Somebody loves you and follows you and watches you every day and sees you show up. How are you going to move them from here to here? Like, there has to be a call to bring in a call to action. It can be as simple as drop a link. These are the current ways to work with me. So many times I'm walking the beach and I'll just be like, oh, love this, bit of B-roll, chuck a bit of music on, link to my website, current ways to work with me. I guarantee the first thing somebody will always book is a money reading. Guarantee, right? I know my clients. I know I have my process, I have my structure. There's a way that people flow through my world, right? Have you got that base taster session for somebody that finds you on the internet? Yeah, a mini reading. Like, it can be anything. You know, if you do a past life regression, can you do a past life tap in? You know, Joe, we worked with Joe on this year as well, like mini womb readings, like fucking powerful. Yeah, that you're just showing people that you get them in that deeper level of magic and lead them through that process. Yeah, absolutely. Lead them through that process. And by the way, like that mini reading structure has worked so well for so many of my clients, because they go from that, they go into a package. As soon as they see that you see them, you understand them, you know them, and can support them, like, they're in. Yeah, don't overcomplicate it. You're sharing, you're building know, like, and trust, you're building relationships. Yeah, relationships. This age of Aquarius, marketing, all of the things is about building relationships, building connection, seeing people, understanding people. People want to be seen. People have core needs: seen, heard, understood. Yeah, if you can get that across in your marketing, if I'm honest, it doesn't matter what you say, as long as people feel that and they can see what the next step is to go on that journey with you, to work with you, to step into whatever it is you're guiding them through, that transformation. Yeah, people will come into that. But make sure, yeah, absolutely, Joe. I think every reading I've done, they've booked a healing afterwards. It was magic. I did learn that from this queen. But that's what I'm saying. It's like these systems, and that wouldn't be right for everybody, but you have something that's going to start that process of people going like, yeah, like, she gets it, right? And you don't have to do it the same way that everybody else does it. You know, that's quite a unique way of doing it, in terms of building that connection and that rapport and people understanding that you see it. But you do have to show up for yourself. You do have to be consistent. And I see so many people use human design as a reason to not be consistent in their business, right? And I am going to call bullshit on that, because every single person needs a degree of structure. Yeah, no matter how simple it is, every single person needs a degree of structure in their business and consistency to compound. Yeah, some people it may look like more, some people it may look like less. But if you have a basic structure and a flow, you will completely eradicate those seasons where you're like, oh my God, you know, where you feel, I did a live on this earlier, where you feel like you're pissing in the wind and you're like, oh my God, like, I'm confused. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what I'm doing. Like, you are going to have natural rest periods within your business. Yeah. But those structures will hold you so that when you have those rest periods, you are still you are still rest period, you are still earning, you are still filtering people through into your world, right? Your shop has to be open. I did 21 years in corporate retail, running massive multi-million pound stores, right? If we only opened that shop on the days that we felt like it, yeah, can you imagine, like, the customer? And I know it's a slightly different situation, but if you're shut up for shop and you don't show up and you're not being consistent, people want consistency, people want stability. Yeah, they will go to the person that consistently shows up, that's consistently talking to them, that's showing up for themselves, yeah, to lead them, because they want to know that you're gonna be there, right? And do you know what, it doesn't even mean that you need to physically show up and create content and do all of this stuff every day, right? But this is where the strategies and the structures and stuff, where even on the days you don't feel like it, you're still you're still there, you're still visible. It's just sometimes less of an energetic effort. It's like sometimes you show up and you've got fucking shitloads to say, and sometimes it's like, do you know what, like, today is going to be a bare minimum day, but you still show up. Like, you know, I've still shown up when I've been going through like fucking emotional shit, and I'm just like, I'm really not feeling it today, but sending lots of love to everybody, like da da da. And then the next day I'm like, I'm through, I am through, like, you know, I've moved through the darkness, I'm back and stuff like that. But I still showed up in my losing season. Like, I've had plenty of losing seasons, right? And I transmute it, but I still show up, and I still show people that no matter how hard shit gets, and when I'm going through it, like, I'm still here, because quitting isn't an option. It's never been an option for me, right? And you do have to have that a level of resilience when you're building a business, yeah? Because, and this is why those structures and things support you throughout the whole thing. Brooks just put, I'm a reflector. I'd be fucked if I had to wait a whole lunar cycle to post about my business. Exactly. But I bet when you look at your human design, it's like, oh, you're not built for consistency. Like, sorry, like, absolutely not. And, you know, don't get me wrong as well, like, if you're consistent and then stuff happens and you're like, you have a day that you don't show up, that's not going to break. I'm talking about people that vanish for 6 weeks and then come back like, hey, I'm launching my new container, and it's like, ooh, like, that's not a vibe either, you know. Don't just show up when you've got shit to sell either, by the way. Like, you see a lot of that, yeah. You show up. Don't just show up when you've got shit to sell. Don't just show up when you want something, right? It's this energy exchange, this giving and this receiving. I put myself out into the world. I show people me living. I share my insights, you know, whether that be on email, which, by the way, I just love my email list. That's my favorite way to communicate, or whether it be on threads, or whether I'm on a story. Like, you always have something that you're doing, yeah? You're never just not doing anything. Like, even watching fucking Netflix, yeah? How many people see I've pretty much done, I know it's like not even December yet, but like, I'm up to date with all the films on Netflix for Christmas, yeah? Because I build that, like, I love that shit. Like, I love a good cry, I love a happy ending. Ting ting, yeah, on my next Netflix thing. And you know what, I get so many conversations from people with that. I get people, I don't know if she's watching it, Jan Ockenden, who's been who I've worked with on and off this year as well. She'll message me, she'll be like, have you got any Christmas movie recommendations? Like, I'm always in service, yeah, I genuinely always in service. We have those conversations, it opens up connection, and I have that with so many people. But people will be telling you, don't watch Netflix. If you're watching Netflix, you're not building your business. Like, I call bullshit, because I'm here for ease and flow. I came here to live a human life, and that means enjoying Netflix, enjoying going out to eat, like, enjoying the physical, I did not just come here to work. Did that, it completely fucked me up. Like, didn't see my kids, not a vibe, right? So that lifestyle that you desire to live, yeah, and the way that you desire to show up and to be, it doesn't matter what you're doing, but just show up. Show people who you are. Show people what you're about. Show people what you love. Show people your values. What do you value? A world without Netflix is sacrilege. Yeah, absolutely, Joe. Don't get me started on Grand Prix on a Sunday. You know, I'm there cheering my boy Lando on, right? People know what, you know, and people that resonate and like the same stuff. It's just a conversation starter. Yeah. Your relationships and how you connect with people is that authentic marketing piece. Like, I've worked with, you know, I personally don't like to work with standoffish people. You know, I want to connect with people. I want to feel them, and I want to be felt, and all of the things. Yeah. So hopefully that kind of helps. And there's a massive permission bit here, and there is some strategy, but I think at the base of that marketing thing is stop making yourself wrong, right? Stop thinking that you're doing something wrong, right? And just give yourself permission to show up, to speak, to be seen. Yeah. If you're, you know, whether that's you're posting little snippets and videos up in your stories, make sure that people can feel you. Written word is a great way to feel what people say. Make sure people can hear you. Mini video, yeah, can be up in your stories, just somewhere. Make sure you're hitting the angles. It doesn't matter what platform it's on, but seen, heard, and felt. Yeah. That is how people connect to you. Yeah. That's literally how people connect to you. And that is authentic marketing. And going into this age of Aquarius, yeah, that bro marketing, that pain point, boring vanilla shit where you have to go through fucking 50 pages and they haven't even put a price. They've hid the price. That's another thing. Stop hiding your prices. Book a reading with me, £111. You save them time and you save you time. Yeah? If I have to read a sales page, people are People are decisive. You do not, especially if you've got an undefined ego center, right? You do not have to convince anybody why they should work with you. By the time they've got to your sales page, if they've even looked you up, they've already decided. What they want to know is the price. They know what you're delivering. They know what you're offering. Your sales page is not making or breaking your business. Make sure that the process supports the client. Make sure you've got a link in bio so that when somebody finds a piece of your content and like, oh my God, that girl sees me. Yeah, they can go to your bio and they can look through your menu and they can see that is what I want and I can see how much it costs. And then they can decide whether it's within their range of budget or what have you. Not everybody is an indecisive buyer. Not everybody needs to be convinced of you know, of what you offer. People know, people can feel it. That's amazing, Zoe. Pricing is absolutely another one. But stop hiding your prices. You don't need to have shame around your prices. Put it out on the porch. Make sure people can see. If you go to a restaurant, they don't hide things off the menu, do they? Or not put a price on things because they're slightly more than something else. Like, we don't do that shit. Yeah? Stop underpricing yourself. You know, I touched on that in terms of boundaries on Monday. But just give yourself permission to show up as you, to be the embodiment of what you're selling. You know, if you're talking about activating people's throat chakras, this is just an example. This is not, You know, if you're talking about activating somebody's throat chakra, you know, are you activated in your throat chakra? Are you expressing yourself fully online? Like I talked to, you know, Brooke this morning. You know, the reason I got Brooke to come and speak is because, you know, I saw her on Threads. You see her on Instagram, and she's so fucking the embodiment of what she's talking about. Like that girl, you know, yes, she's soft and she's gentle, but that I don't give a fuck. Like I am who I am, like shines through. Joe's another example of this, that divine feminine embodiment. Joe isn't rah rah, yeah. She's not that. She's very soft. But she's very powerfully soft, yeah. This is the stuff that markets. This is the stuff that brands. When you're tapped out of your magnetism and your power, when you think that you're doing it wrong, when you think that you need to do something different, when you think that it needs to look a different way, all you actually need to do is give yourself permission to be who the fuck you are and express that and project that out into the world. Because how you believe, the beliefs you hold about yourself and the beliefs you hold about the way you should do something, if you're wobbly with your energy, yeah, and you project that out, that's why people aren't buying. Like, you got to be sure as shit that you know your shit. And when you project that out, that confidence is like, pulls people in. Yeah? And I think that is probably a beautiful close. I'm quite impressed, actually, that I didn't cry, because I felt a bit teary before I came on. So I've obviously channeled that into something else. So what I am going to do, because you're not going to hear from me now, I'll probably pop some posts in the group just to close out. So that's it for today. And then we've got 4 incredible speakers tomorrow. And hopefully Megan's feeling better as well, come back in and do her session. You're very welcome. And then, yeah, I'm going to leave this group open probably for about a week. And then I will be sending out all of the replay links on a 1-pager. Hey, Taylor, so that you can go back and you can watch them, because there's some activations and stuff in there as well, and some, you know, some really like powerful nuggets that you may want to go back and look at, and you'll have those to keep. And one of the things that I'm going to be launching over the next couple of days is, oh sorry, that's my alarm for the school run, is one of my Voxer days. So I'm going to pop, because I couldn't work out how to do it on the laptop, I'll pop the details above. So if you would like to come and spend a day in Voxer with me for 88.88, and really lay down some of these foundations for your authentic marketing, connecting to your message, and really having a look at the bits of you to showcase, to create your magnetism, and also the things within your human design chart that actually block that magnetism and potentially block your people coming forward, because we can see all that in the human design chart as well. So I love you. Thank you so much. And yeah, just go and be you, right? Give yourself permission to say what you want to fucking say, and drop a link. Tell people how they can work with you. Tell people how they can pay you, and just block out and blinker all of the shit that's saying you're not doing it right, you need to do more, you know, you need to do it like this, blah blah. Fuck it all. All right, I love you. Bye bye.